Good morning or evening, friends. It is I, Wise Guys, and we are back with some Overwatch, baby. As the title suggests, we shall be running with my girlfriend, Cold Mate. This is a competitive match. I apologize. Hopefully it's not that loud. Might have to adjust that. But I did not put that guy on mute until late. And dude, it is hard to think with that noise grating in your ear. It's terrible. So, I picked May early on. I was waiting to see if we were going to get a healer. Or at least some support other than Symmetra. I tried to swing back. You got plenty of time. I mean, this is not necessarily a map that you have to kind of rush out there and get to. It's a pretty good vault. But you know, we'll just take our time. And I just wanted to make sure we had a healer on this matchup. I think the match before this I played, we absolutely did not have a healer. And you could feel it. I feel like a tank and a healer should be on every team. As you see, I'm reluctant to leave. But I figure maybe if I leave the room, he'll go ahead and pick one. But I still don't want to leave and then have to come back. Then we got Zen. Alright. So we're good. I feel like you should have at least a tank and a, I feel like you should have kind of one of every class, except maybe defense. But you need some damage. You're going to need something that can take a shot or two. You're going to need something that can heal you. And it's usually good if you can have something that can kind of set up, like a Torbjorn, Symmetra. I hate to say it's a gimmick character, but it's not really a gimmick character, but just something to kind of keep the enemy guessing. But you can play along with that. Once you got those top three, I mean, you could have another tank, you can have some heals. You know, I'm not really picky after that point. He teleported off the screen. God bless you. But I'm a big fan of that. Just kind of making sure enough you have a tank and a healer. Everything else can kind of fit in. Hey, it's a May fight. I just happen to have a Winston on my side. Yeah, boy. Icicle shards, baby. Got these icicles for you. If you have not been using the icicle secondary fire, I would advise you to use the alt fire. The alt fire is probably one of my favorite parts of May just because it does a deceptive amount of damage. A lot of people don't realize how much damage that actually does. Freezy, 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 you. I hope I tried to go for the ice block there, because good lord, that was just stupid if I didn't. He's going to stand here at this doorway. I shouldn't have gotten that close anyway. I should have kind of hung back and continued to pepper him with those icicles. Mainly because the icicles themselves do a very good job of, particularly if you get a headshot, that's some really good damage. So, you know, utilize your damage where you get it. They get point A. That's okay. Got my ult. And we're in a good position, honestly. We don't want them to get the first point, obviously. They've already gotten the first point. That's fine. Don't stress over what you can't change. But we're still in a good position to do some good damage. This Junkrat is getting on my nerves. May is getting on my nerves. Running away, but using those icicles. Keep them pressured. If I can get some hits with it, particularly on Junkrat, because he can't heal himself, I can kind of disrupt whatever structure they have coming. Hit D.Va. If you don't know, I'm sure I've said before, hit D.Va in the cockpit if possible. Extra damage. As you saw there, I let the mech go behind us. Honestly, we weren't that big of a danger, but I put the wall up just in case anybody was running by or anything like that. That keeps them from being able to get that kill. Hey, look! Healing! Did that mainly because of the ult. I wasn't exactly sure where it was, but I was exactly sure that it couldn't get me if I was in my little ice cube. Plus, if I'm in the ice block and I pop out at the end of the ult, that makes it more difficult for May to get some good kills on her frozen targets. That was just lucky. That guy ran right into that. And I respect it. Now, where y'all going? Where y'all going? Caught the May. Caught the Winston. Reinhardt died too. That's awesome. Now, I did that specifically for one big reason. Reinhardt was I was behind Wineheart, so I knew I was going to be able to get some damage. The Winston, I honestly did not see that well, but he's been hopping around a lot, so I figured if nothing else I could be able to get. The main goal was to get Reinhardt out of the way. It just so happened that Mercy was nearby as well, coming to heal up her team, and that just helped me get that advantage, that advantageous 3 kill. Staying on D.Va. I don't want D.Va to ever feel comfortable. I want her to be out of her mech as much as possible. Don't run! Don't run! I freeze you! You froze. Doing pretty good. I was hoping that, now I can't think of her name. Farah. I was hoping that she would pop up over the top, and then I can maybe get a headshot as she came around the side. I was hoping I could freeze Winston, but he got up a little faster than I wanted to. And look at this. Farah's just stuck. Farah got stuck with that ice wall. The rest of their team was not able to get past it. Once again, D.Va out of mech. Makes it more difficult for her, not to mention more of her charge is now going toward getting a new mech and not toward her ult. But if her ult does happen to come, we still got our wall. And in this particular instance, run up and make sure that D.Va's dead. She's already out of mech. If I can kill her now, that's usually the better bet. Now would be a good time to use the ult just to kind of keep them away from it. Actually, no. I'm glad I didn't. That was a bad wall. I mean, it worked, but it was a bad wall. It may have kept me alive, so I guess I can't complain too much. Again, keeping up with that alt fire. Winston messed up his jump. Now would be a good time for the wall. Wall there. Did she get a kill with that? She did not. So I'm able to kind of negate D.Va. D.Va likes to stay in her mech as much as possible. If you can take out her option to use self-destruct as far as damage, you can then focus on taking her, keep making sure she doesn't get to use that, she doesn't get to get into the mech safely. That mech is already taking damage before she starts. Hey, Roadhog. That's why you don't stand perfectly still. Because there's no less than 4 characters I can think of right now that could have done the exact same thing. I don't know why I'm standing perfectly still, but let's move. Alright. They have a really good push. Overcome all obstacles. That was terrible. I gotta work on that. But they've got a nice little push coming toward this second point, but they're running out of time. All we want to do now is stymie them. Make them worry. See Junkrat here because I saw his tire. Probably should have killed the tire. But oh well. That wasn't necessarily the best blizzard, but we'll see what we can make out of it. Nothing. Nothing at all. And Winston is right on top of it, pushing it. That's pretty sweet. I don't necessarily like that placement by Symmetra. It feels a little too far back. By the same effect, and it's facing the wrong way. But by the same effect, it does cut down on the time to get to the point. So I may have placed it in a different place, but I can't really be mad at where they placed it. I should have done better there, but I was kind of outnumbered. And as outnumbered as I was, I knew I was not going to be able to really do anything particularly good or damaging. That was me taking a look at it, looking up and saying, what's his name again? Because I can't be having this. This noise is killing me. It's almost like somebody taking a wrapper for the entire game and just kind of crumpling it up in their microphone. Hey there. Tracer got to get the kill. I want to kind of go in and block that if I could, but I'm fighting 1 and I'm fighting 2 now. Now 3, and there's the death. So, you know, it is what it is. Things are not looking good, but maybe, just maybe, we can stop them. I got faith in you, girl. Oh, crap. Alright, I mean, that was a pretty decent round. We lost it really fast. Mainly due to, and now I'm getting my mute on. Get your mute on. Get your mute on. Anyway, now we have him muted. And we can move into round number 2! Alright, so I'm thinking he's going Winston. But then he goes Bastion, and I know I don't need to go Mei again. He apparently wanted me to go Reinhardt or Winston so he could go Bastion. I don't like that pick. I really don't like Bastion. I don't know. Something about Bastion just doesn't feel intuitive or dynamic. And I know I'm not. No, we're not picking Reinhardt so you can pick Bastion. Hi. He really wanted us to pick Reinhardt. I know why. I mean, you get on top of the payload, you stop, you can just shield, and then Bastion can get kills. But if you're trying to do that, then I think we have a problem. Like, I think we honestly have a problem. Because A, you're basically saying you don't want an active player, you just want somebody to help you pad your stats. I know, it's a sound strategy. You can block for the Bastion, and he can deal massive amounts of damage. I get that. But if you are saying, don't give me a tank, give me Reinhardt, you're saying that he can't do anything at a distance, right? For whatever damage he's going to do, they have to be close up. Well, that's what Bastion's there for. Bastion's there for a distance. But if they're able to get behind, A, Bastion gets killed, and then you're in with a Reinhardt who's getting hit from 2 different sides and can't shield properly. B, if they get behind you, that's true. If they get behind you, they can light you up. Bastion can heal himself. Then you die, and Bastion's mad because now he doesn't have the shield he wants. And you're the terrible player because you ended up playing something that he wanted you to play, so he can sit on top of the turret and hold down the arbor trigger. Decided to put my defense matrix up once I saw that D.Va was, or not D.Va, but Mercy was out and about. But again, I'm not super keen on that strategy. I also like D.Va more as a off tank than a tank. Kind of like Zarya, but for different reasons. But either way, you can get some work done with. I also don't really like Bastion on defense on payload maps that don't start on the payload. This is a bad move by me. Very bad. But in an instance like this, if you got Bastion on offense, you have to get to it first. Again, I get what he wanted me to do, or anybody to do. He wanted us to get in front of him, stand there, and just let him pour bullets in, and make them have to come get him. I understand that. I just don't like that as a strategy. I think there are too many ways for that to go wrong. I mean, a good Pharah makes it a problem. A good McCree makes it a problem. I mean, there's so many problems that can present itself with it. Or a good Bastion. I mean, you got Bastion, they got a Bastion. They shred through your shield, and then what do you have? Not much. No Roadhog. No Roadhog. Bad Roadhog. I was probably going to use my self-destruct right there, but once I look up and see that Reaper is about to die, I mean, and he's the only one left, no need to waste the ult. Now we're going to go to an aggressive position. Ain't nobody scared of you, Roadhog. That would have been a pretty decent time for my ult, but I did not use it. Shame on me. I have to start being smarter with my ult with D.Va like I am smarter with my ult with Mei. I wasn't particularly smart this game, but like I've noticed some things with Mei as far as using it in the air and that type of thing that I need to start incorporating when I play D.Va, so I can get the best bang for my buck there. Not getting any hits with my shot, so my cooldown's not going up faster. If I get this kill, I'll be so happy. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Little Bastion thought he was gonna sit behind us, and then just pump bullets into us. Not a good thing. We're not gonna let it happen. I don't like that ult. Aye, but we'll take that double kill, hey? Oi! We'll take that double kill. Nice little push. Now again, this is a competitive match. If we can get it to the destination point, we can force an overtime or a tie scenario and give a nice shot. I'm trying to make sure, because I am the only tank, that I am being, what's the best word? I'm being smart about my shielding. Like that right there was a little too aggressive, if you ask me. I went a little too deep in, and that's why I'm dying now. By that I mean I went after that bastion, and I didn't have to go after that bastion, and because I'm the only tank, that takes out a good shielding option. There's no defense matrix that can be used in the instance that I am playing that aggressive, and I didn't even get the kill for it, so it's not worth it. I should have been sticking back with my team. I should have been using my defense matrix, trying to play off of my team, but play near enough where I can block that damage. Play off my team, so when fire comes from Bastion or Torbjorn or anybody else, it's gonna come toward me. But play close enough to my team to where I don't have to worry about running back for heals or anything. Still doing pretty well. Not doing well with the turret. I should have switched defense matrix a little too late. Still on it though. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Giant monkey was coming around the back too. Still doing pretty well. We're right where we need to be as far as finishing this. We just have to push it, what, a couple of inches, a couple of feet. But I think most of us died there, and that becomes a bit of a problem. Honestly, I think we can use a little more damage on our team. I know Bastion is damage, but again, stationary damage. And it's the other reason I don't like Bastion on this kind of map. Or not the way this guy wants to play it. So, the notion is you can sit Bastion on top of the payload and let him just pour bullets into you. But the problem is, if the payload is stalled and Bastion died, he now has to make his way all the way back, find a good position, and again, we have to adjust how we play for Bastion, and I don't like that. If Bastion is a complement to your team, I think that is great. If you have to adjust your play style, your picks, and everything to just Bastion, then it's a problem. And I don't think this guy is necessarily, and I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think I understand the strategy he's trying to do, and I think it's a sound strategy, and it's been shown to be shown to be sound. Particularly because the strategy itself is basically how Bastion was originally designed. That was pretty sick. Pretty sick tire. The original, that went too far. Crap. The original design of Bastion was one that gave him a shield as well when he went into his turret mode, thus making him harder to kill. So the way they're trying to do it now is use the Reinhardt as an artificial shield, and thus make it where you're stronger than, because it curves a little bit more, stronger than that of the original Bastion that was so strong it had to be nerfed. But again, I think there's a time and place for each type of character. Most of the tanks I think can be used pretty much anywhere. I do not think that the attackers can be used, or defenders even, can be used anywhere. I like Mei in almost any comp, unless it's a speed comp. Because a dive comp, I wouldn't really use Mei because, of course, she can't get there. She can use her ice wall though to get some sneaky entrances that people won't normally expect. But I say that to say sometimes we kind of get pigeonholed into what we want, and we kind of expect the team to back us up. Kind of like the guy who makes the decision to not pick a tank. We need support. and they choose to pick like Reaper. Why did you pick Reaper? Because I wanted to. And if you're good with him, that's fine, but it can cause some problems because we might rely on you for the team. That was a strange tangent, sorry. Hey, look, I got it! Smiley man. I remember this one. Ah, good times, good times. See if I get a card, too. Got a card. Can I get a vote? I'm gonna vote for heals, I think. Like I normally do. I'm not even gonna get a vote. Here's what it is. If you have some hints to make me better, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Leave me some comments. Say hi. Peace out!